Super Dave here with another review. Thundercats, ho! And it is Super Dave here with another Thundercats review, and it's finally here. It's finally time to review the final core character that was the original cast in Season 1 that came over on the Thundercats spaceship, that royal flagship that came from Thundaria to Third Earth when Thundaria was destroyed. And this is the final character in that original cast. We finally have him. It is WilyKat, the Thunder Kitten, one of the final characters to round out in this wave, because last wave we got WilyKit, and this is WilyKat with his surfboard and all of his accessories, 2 heads, looking dynamic. Looking great. Like I said when I reviewed WilyKit, I never got this set, the 2-pack that Mattel released years ago when they did WilyKit and WilyKat as a group. I think it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but I was never able to get a hold of that one. It was so expensive. There's a picture of the artwork on the back, looking amazing. There is his bio card. If you'd like to pause and read that now, you can. Alright, let's go ahead and break open our WilyKat over here on Third Earth with the rest of the Thundercats and the Thunder Tank, and check him out. And here we are on Third Earth, where even Jaga is making a ghost appearance with the Thunder Tank. There's Panthro and WilyKit and Chitara, and there's Tigra and Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats. There's Snarf over here in the corner. Willow is peeping around the tree. And here is our WilyKat. Finally, we have all the core characters. So I have envied those of you who already had the twins, because I have been missing 2 and then 1 and now none. I have all of them, and I'm excited. So let's first take a look at WilyKat's accessories. And is the tradition with Thundercats, they come with an odd number of hands, or an odd set of hands. He has the open palm, allows him to hold the board like you see there, steadying it anyway, type hands equipped. He also comes with a cool set of hands that have an effect piece attached to them, where he's launching his pebbles, or the little capsules that are able to do miraculous tricks. Then he has a set of interesting hands that I guess is kind of like him balancing on the surfboard kind of hands, the skyboard, the surf sled, the sky sled, maybe that's what it is. Kind of balancing act hands. And then he comes with another set of hands here with a weapon holding hand, and then one where he is actually holding one of the pebbles or capsules that will do a trick. And then the odd number out, there's another weapon holding hand there, that's where the pointer finger and thumb are almost touching. And all of these are horizontally hinged. He's got 2 head sculpts. You see the one that he's equipped with looks very much like WilyKat from the cartoon. There's a picture of him. You'd like to see that. You see how it's looking just like, I think, very close. And then he has his sky sled, his surfboard style hoverboard type device that him and WilyKit are able to ride. Then his second head sculpt is an open mouth head sculpt, whereas WilyKit came with a winking. She came with a winking head. This one just has an open mouth. Then he has his little sling that he can like throw those little things, execute the little tablets and the little capsules and the pebbles that do tricks. And then a larger version, like a lasso type trick that he's able to use. And then there is the sky sled or surfboard style base that you can put it on with a ball joint, so you can maneuver it and flex it and get it in the style that you want. But there is our Thundercat WilyKat finally, and that means we have all of the Thundercats together now. I have that core set, the core characters from the original space shuttle, the flagship, the royal flagship. And so now let's take a look at WilyKat's articulation. All right, bringing our WilyKat on in here. He is looking very authentic. I will go ahead and tell you that it was a lot easier to put this little slingshot lasso thing in his belt compared to WilyKit's. It was a lot easier with WilyKat. Look how clean the logo is on his belt buckle there. So nice. You know, Super 7 has done an excellent job with that from day one. Mattel was a little sloppy on it in their some of their characters, but this guy looks really good. Now, some have said they feel like WilyKat and WilyKat look better in this set, and others, you know, there's been various degrees of opinions on it. Again, I don't own the others, so I don't really have an opinion that much because I've never had them. But just looking at some of the characters in photos where I've seen them side by side, I definitely say that this one did a great job. Not saying it's better than Mattel, but definitely a great job. Alright, he's not really going to be able to look up. I don't know why. There is a little bit of hair back here, but I feel like Super 7 could definitely do a better job with their heads a lot of the time, because why can't he look up? I don't know. You know, there should have been some way of doing that. But he can look down a good ways. He gets excellent head pivot. He's going to be able to look left and right, of course. You can see he's looking up a little bit better when you turn his head. So that's good. But excellent head articulation, especially with having the ability to do some pivot. You get 360 with the arms. You also get at least T-pose, if not a little bit better there. No bicep swivel, which I don't understand why with this sleeve, why they couldn't have built that in. But we do get the elbow swivel there with single jointed elbows. And one of mine, not this one, but the one over here, was a little bit frozen. And as I was trying to work it loose, it almost looks like there's a little bit of a crack in mine, a little bit. But I'm not sure. It may just be a color defect in the plastic. I just hope it's not a crack. But everything seems to be working okay. I can swivel it and bend it. It just feels like there's some tension there, and I'm just worried I don't want it to break there. But you can swivel and hinge at the wrist, and that one seems to be frozen a little bit too. Sometimes these tiny little joints on these particularly small, real small, I mean, his hands and joints are even smaller than Snarf's back there, and he's got some of his burble candy fruit that he's holding on. Was going to share it with WilyKat. He's excited about this review here with WilyKat. So anyway, he's got equipped on this side the hand, and it does swivel and horizontally hinge there with the little capsule or the little pebble that will do tricks. You can see that glued in there, so that's nice. I'm glad of that, so you don't lose it. And then you can, you know, use the other hand with the effect pieces to look like you're launching them and throwing them. You know, so that'll be cool. There is a swivel at the waist right here. There is a swivel at the waist. It feels like it's a little bit of a ball joint, but you really only get a swivel out of there. You're not really going to be able to go anywhere with it. He's going to be able to get full splits because there are slits in that tunic type outfit that he's wearing. I'm not going to call it a dress because he's a boy, but he does have like you know, a tunic type outfit on here, and it gets out of the way. He does have thigh rotation built up inside of that joint, so that is good. He'll be able to kick up a really decent amount. This is soft enough it moves out of the way. He also has single jointed knees, which don't even get 90 degrees. This is typical with the Thundercats that we've seen in the Ultimates line, but we have the swivel at the knee. There's no boot cut. He will get all the way, tiptoes with that little foot. He'll go up until it hits that little pant part of the boot there. And he also gets excellent rockers with the peg hole in the front of the toe there, which again I believe works good to be able to anchor his foot on the sky sled or surfboard, hoverboard type device that he rides. So that is really excellent overall articulation for an Ultimates Classics style figure, especially one this small. I just wish they had done, you know, with this setup, I wish they went ahead and had done a better ball joint so he could have, you know, got the hula hoop motion going on and a bicep swivel. But other than that, I feel like they did a good job. His coloring looks excellent. Everything matches. I know sometime in light, the bright lighting, it's hard to tell on camera, but all the coloring looks really good and the paint apps are very clean, and he just looks good all the way around. His little pouches that are molded in the belt here, and I am pleased with him. The excellent paint work back here in the head sculpt detailing, so he looks good. Let's go ahead and look at him on his hoverboard arrangement here. So I'm going to grab that right quick. Here we go. So we remember that this has like a ball joint, so it moves around. So when you plug this in, plug it up in there, it's going to be really tight. You're going to be able to get some articulation where it goes up, goes down, go to the left or to the right, and be able to manipulate that. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip those hands that kind of look like he's balancing. And here the twins come in on their surfboard, hoverboard type mechanisms, and they are going and they're balancing. You can see that Wilykat came again with these different style type hands, like he's balancing out even more so compared to what we got with WilyKit. But they're both looking phenomenal. They look great next to each other. You can see that his sky sled kind of has more of a blue tint and blue around the hoverboard, whereas hers has a yellow ring around and border around it. But they're both looking excellent, really cool, and they both go on it really well. I mean, you can't turn it upside down and they stay on it or anything, but their peg plugs in pretty tight. That may loosen up over time, but right now it plugs in pretty tight on both of mine, so that you can get them to stay on there and even turn or, you know, manipulate, articulate the hoverboard on its little stand a little bit, so that they do really well on it. So I'm very pleased. They both look great and looking awesome here together, side by side, flying around, doing their thing, exploring, getting ready to get into some mischief, just like kittens do. Also, will mention that I put that second head sculpt on there with the open mouth. You can see that because he's having fun. But I will say that that articulation is identical to the other head, so I'm not going to go over that. It does just like the other one. But they're looking cool. And here is all the core characters. Jaga back there. There's Panthro, Chitara, Tigra, Lion-O, Snarf, and then we have our Thunder Kittens complete here. WilyKit and Wilykat surfing on in here. And thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review with these Thundercats. They're looking awesome. We're going to be looking at Chilla soon, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Here's some photos in the photo gallery.